In this video, we will be solving inequalities. So our goal is to solve an inequality. By the end of the video, you should be able to solve a problem like the one below. Negative 3x plus 4 is less than or equal to negative 5 times the quantity x plus 2. So let's start off with an example. With inequalities, you're solving the same way that you solve equations. So for example, 2x plus 5 is less than or equal to 10, right? If this were just an equation, in fact, let's write it down as if it were an equation. I would subtract 5 from both sides. 5 minus 5 is 0. 10 minus 5 is 5. And divide both sides by 2. And we get x equals 5 halves, or 1.5. Okay, so I'm taking the same steps. It's just that I'll have different solutions. So I'm subtracting 5 from both sides. 5 minus 5 is 0. I'm left with 2x on the left. And 10 minus 5 is 5. So my second step here is that 2x is less than or equal to 5. Next up, I divide both sides by 2, just like I did in the equation. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1x is the same as x. And then 5 divided by 2, I made a mistake. That's 2.5, not 1.5. There we go. So that should be x is less than or equal to 2.5. And so with an equation, you only have the one answer that you can write in different ways, but just the one answer. With inequalities, we can have infinitely many answers that we show on a graph. So if I include my endpoint here, 2.5, I'm going to shade in the endpoint because x can equal 2.5. It's also all of the numbers that are less than 2.5. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say it has like infinitely many solutions, is that it could be any of those shaded numbers in blue there. Okay, let's take a look at example 2. All right, so this time we're going to have 4 plus 2x minus 8 is greater than or equal to 5x. I notice on the left I have like terms that are on the same side. So I'm going to do 4 minus 8 to get negative 4 plus 2x is greater than or equal to 5x. So I took positive 4 minus 8 and got negative 4. Next up, I see that I have x's on the left side of the inequality and on the right side of the inequality. So let's try and get those all to the same side. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. 2x minus 2x is 0. Negative 4 plus 0 is just negative 4. 5x minus 2x is 3x. All right, and one last step here. Got to divide both sides by 3. And so my solution is negative 4/3 is greater than or equal to x. And another way of saying that, because we typically want the x on the left, I can flip the entire inequality. So I have x is less than or equal to negative 4/3. And there's my solution. And we'll skip graphing the set of solutions for now. All right, and let's do one more example. So there is an exception to solving these. So with equations, I said we solve inequalities just like equations. There's one exception. And the exception is that when you're solving an inequality, you must flip the inequality sign or reverse the inequality sign if you multiply or divide by a negative on both sides of the equation. That was a big sentence, so let me write that down. Okay, so I would pause your video and write that down. That's what I did. So make sure you understand that. And to help you understand it, let's do this example here. So if I have negative 10x is less than 50, the only way to solve this here, or well, one way to solve this here is to divide both sides by negative 10. So this is what I'm talking about when I say if you divide both sides of the inequality by a negative number. When I do that, negative 10 divided by negative 10 is 1. 50 divided by negative 10 is negative 5. And then I have to change this less than sign to a greater than sign. So my final answer is x is greater than negative 5. Okay, so let's see if we can do what we set out to do, which was solve this inequality. Negative 3x plus 4 is less than or equal to negative 5 times x plus 2. Go ahead and pause the video and try solving that on your own. All right, go ahead and check your answer. I got x is less than or equal to negative 7.